Tiny shoots to the inside, gets around a hit, but gets out anyway.
Tiny Smasher actually gained lead jammer status very quickly, but it was immediately knocked to the infield, had to go back to reset.
Lead jammer having to operate from the back of the pack, not ideal. Tiny waved on by her bench. 4 points on the board. Death Track Dolls.
Robotomy taking down Tiny Smasher. Tiny calls it, gets 4, but another point stolen there by Sarcasm. Death Track Dolls at 5, Skateful Dead at 8 after 2 jams. Common Dominator taking Jammer Star right now. It's like distant shout, number 15. Will be wearing the star for the Skateful Dead. Quick official timeout happening right now. Jammer referee is just coming over to check the work of the scorekeepers. You always have to be able to show your work, show your points.
Don't forget, if you're thirsty, Montreal Roller Derby's premium sponsor since day one, Pabst Blue Ribbon, 2 for $5 up at the bar. And we're away. Piston shout, trying to find some room, can't find it. Common Denominator in on the outside, Banger Management with the hit.
Piston shout surrounded by a tornado of white up front. April Girl almost nails her, just misses on the outside. Piston shout picking up lead, Jammer status for the Skateful Dead.
Little adjustment on a knee pad strap, which is good to go. Star pass. Get your kicks. Now jamming for the Death Track Dolls. Piston shout, calls it off. Just in time, Get Your Kicks about to go slamming into the back of the pack.
GJ stealing a point. 4 points coming in for the Skateful Dead. Oh, they found another one on the floor. So it's a 2-point pass for Get Your Kicks. The all-important box point. 5-point lead still for the Skateful Dead, 12-7. Deeper hold, taking the Jammer Star, and it's number 666, Red Heat, jamming for Kingston.
So they're furious battle in the pack. Red Heat making her way up front. She's got one more defender to beat. Lead jammer, Skateful Dead. Calls it off. Didn't like what she was looking at.
That's going to result in a pair of donuts coming in on that one. We don't have donuts here, but of course we do have Fireball.
Oh, if you like cinnamon and whiskey, we got a drink for you. Fireball whiskey, available at the bar. Also, the popcorn machine's rocking up there now.
I can smell it down
here.
That
makes me feel feelings. Not gonna lie.
Sarcasm with the takeout and drawback, a little bit of offense coming here.
Kazi and Sarcasm with the jammer-on-jammer action.
Sarcasm now being taken out to the outside.
Kazi finds some room, lead jammer, Skateful Dead.
Yeah, Kazi with nice work there, evading the hip flip that was coming from Get Your Kicks.
Sarcasm working up there against Banger Management in the general. Kazi through 5 points, Grand Salami. Power jam, Skateful Dead.
A back blocking call being issued to Sarcasm. She's going to take 30 seconds in the penalty box, joined by teammate Free Range Planner.
And the general. Lots of room out there on the track. Kazi on 1 foot. stays in bounds. Wilson, Dyke, Spice, and Banger Management coordinating the assists. Gotta take those 5 for 3s. Calls out the jam. Skateful then jumping out to an early lead, 32-7. About 5.5 minutes in.
This will be another power start for Skateful then. Tiny Smasher, number 105, the only jammer to start this one on the track.
Tiny looks outside, inside, then she looks in the middle. Just jammed up. Holds the outside line. Lead jammer. Wow.
Slam well on her way to the penalty box for a multiplayer block.
Tiny just lined up by sleeper hold. Comes in behind. Misses one with sarcasm, picks up where sleeper hold left off. Knocks her out on the inside. Tiny little juke in the back. No pack, they gotta let her go.
Sarcasm hands off the star to sleeper hold. Now the jammer of record for the Death Track Dolls. Unable to do anything with it though as the jam gets called. Skateful then starting to open it up. They're sitting at 37. Dolls at 8. 12.5 minutes on the period clock as this one gets underway.
Skateful then doing a much better job this time around staying out of the penalty box. Ran into all kinds of trouble with that in their first game.
Common Dominator taking the star for the Dolls. Piston Shout, number 15 for the Skateful net.
Piston Shout, lead jammer. That's that inside foot on the outside line. I think that would make my leg explode. Piston Shout trying to work on the outside, get a quick hit and out. Calls it off.
And that's a 1-0 jam for the Skateful net. Sleeper hold going to start this one with the star. Red heat, 666 for the Skateful net.
They're away. Sleeper hold working against Coupe de Jour. Gets through lead jammer. Death Track Dolls.
Annabelle on her way into the penalty box for a track cutting penalty.
DM Tower trying to take down the Death Track Dolls. Jammer cannot get some points on the board, trying to cut in that lead.
Sleeper puts up 4. Skateful net are picking up 2 of their own.
Coming up on the halfway point of these 20-minute games.
Ozzy, number 69 with the star. Common Dominator, once again, number 17 for the Death Track Dolls.
Kazi finds a spot. Out in front, lead jammer.
A backblocking penalty being issued to Common Dominator. That means this is now a power jam for the Skateful net and Kazi.
The general on the disruption. Kazi tries to move on the outside, doesn't find any room. Trying to spread out the dolls, and does. Puts 5 on the board. Just screaming into turns 3 and 4. Almost untouched, another 5. Skateful dead. Kazi looks to the bench, calls it off.
Yeah, they're just on the call it while the Dolls Jammer is standing in the box. That way they get a power start on the next one. They're going to send out Tiny Smasher, number 105, for that power start.
Tiny Smasher is a toe stop sprint specialist.
We've seen a number of those this weekend.
Great tenacity.
Both teams fielding 4 blockers for this one.
Skateful dead balled up behind. Tiny trying to take advantage of that power start. Busts through, stays on her feet. Great effort.
Tiny emphatic call off on that one. Another 4 points for the Skateful dead. Skateful dead sitting at 58, Death Track Dolls 12. 8.5 minutes left on the period clock.
Piston shout and sleeper hold. Piston shout trying to stay light on her feet. Can't get around, sleeper hold, bust through the front, lead jammer. Death Track Dolls. Got some pepper in her step now. Death Track Dolls trying to make up some much needed points.
Blaming it the Skateful dead on her way to the box for a track laying penalty. Sleeper hold puts up a grand slam.
I love a good old-fashioned grand salami. Sleeper hold, all kinds of speed. Hoping to pick up 1, picks up 2.
Yep, gets the 1 on the track and the 1 in the box.
Oh yeah.
It's a 7-0 jam for the Dolls. They're sitting at 19, just over 7 minutes left in the game.
Both jammers line up on the inside. Red Heat tries to cut immediately to the outside. Red Heat gets out of the zone of engagement. Lead jammer, Sarcasm, hot on her heels. Dolls warming up front, dead behind. Burger Skater and Coop the Loop. There to meet Sarcasm. Can't hold the outside line while Red Heat calls it off.
Star steals 2 points on that one though. Dolls at 21, Skateful dead 59. Still just over 6 minutes. Sleeper hold number 213, jamming for the Death Track Dolls at Kazi number 69 for the Skateful dead. Skateful dead going to start this one a little further up.
Bagger management in the general. Both really known for their solid defensive play. But Bagger is a triple threat.
The strategy pays.
Gets taken off herself to the outside and takes a penalty. Power jam, Death Track Dolls.
Tiny Smasher with a forearm penalty. This is a power jam for Thomas Dominator.
Power jam is just what the doctor ordered for the Death Track Dolls. Got some points to make up. A lot of work to do.
Romanovi comes in to disturb the force. That's going to spring Connie. Picks up 5 points.
Dominator again. Right in the middle of that Skateful dead defensive front. There goes Tiny Smasher. Holds a little skip and a jump. Trying to get into a scoring pass.
Tommy calls it, picks up another 5 points. One comes in though for the Skateful Dead. That's a 10-1 jam for the Death Track Dolls. Looking at a deficit of 33 points right now, 64-31, 3.5 minutes left.
Piston shot and sleeper hold. Sleeper hold working outside, inside. Gets bumped on the outside and keeps going. Just trying to pull her way forward. And does lead jammer. Sleeper hold, Death Track Dolls.
Meanwhile, Piston Shout got El Capone on the outside line.
Still can't find any space to work. Gets a little room on the inside and then she's through.
Sleeper wanted to keep going for more, but decides she's better call up before anybody else can score on her. She puts up a 4-0 jam.
Timeout, Death Track Dolls.
So an even 30-point lead here for the Skateful Dead, 65-35. Clock stopped at 2:42.
Don't forget about this awesome raffle we've got going in the Vendors Village. You can win a pair of Blue Street skates with Arius plates. The draw will be during the final game on Sunday night. Rydell skates.
Remember, this is an elimination game. The winner of this game will be back here at 8 o'clock tonight, taking on Larakai. The other team will be in the beer line. Coming up next at 6:40, we're going to have the TKOs taking on the Contra Bandita. From this point on, all games are elimination games, in fact.
Sarcasm and Red Heat with the stars. Sarcasm just squeezes through inside. Lead jammer. Red Heat can't get through the rear of the Dolls defense.
Annabelle coming in like a cannonball.
Finally does, trying to get into her scoring pass. Sarcasm, quick 5 and out. 2 minutes to go. Skateful Dead by 25.
Sleeper hold and Kazi with the stars. 4-3 pack advantage on this one for the Skateful Dead.
Dolls set up up front, Skateful Dead behind. 4 wide. Chaos, both jammers out on the outside. There they come. Jammers are in a dead heat. Sleeper hold. Looks to the bench. Tries to call it off, but it's not the lead jammer.
Kazi says that's okay because I want to call it. She does, and she gets the points for the Skateful Dead. Both jammers emerge at the same time. The Death Track Dolls are signaling that they would like an official review. Dawson and Romanovi coming out to the center of the track.
Game clock frozen at 48 seconds. 66-40, Skateful Dead.
26 points, 48 seconds. Two teams who both want to keep going later tonight.
It's desperation time. I believe we put some time, a few seconds back on the clock.
And Dr. Steve, if you haven't noticed, over in our vendor alley, we have Monster Muffin, monstermuffin.com, offering the best derby uniforms in the country.
This is what I hear. Wicked sparkly pants, and awesome jerseys of every kind, I think. You get your racerbacks, short sleeves. We'll let you in on what's going on with this official review in just a second.
Death Trap Dolls who are challenging the lack of a cutting call against the Skateful Dead Jammer on the previous jam. The no call on the track stands. Death Trap Dolls do not retain their official review. The sleeper hold going back out with the star. Tiny Smasher, number 105 for the Skateful Dead. And we've got a scrum.
Just mad stalemate in the pack. Tiny gets knocked out to the outside. Can't get around. No pack sleeper hold. Lead jammer.
Panadol knocking Tiny Smasher to the infield. Sleeper hold now coming up on the inside.
Tiny gets moving. Power jam, Skateful Dead. 19 seconds left on the game clock.
Back blocking penalty issued to sleeper hold.
Tiny gets through, puts another 5 up. Gets waved down by the bench. Tries to put a couple more. Oh, this is 2 minutes. This is going to go the full 2 minutes. 50 seconds left on the jam clock. Tiny makes a minor knee pad adjustment. 40 seconds left on the jam clock.
Sleeper hold looking for an opening. Getting swarmed by Skateful Dead blockers.
Gets hit twice at once and keeps moving forward. Super impressive athleticism by sleeper hold.
Number 220 Wilson going to the penalty box for the Skateful Dead for a multiplayer block.
We're down to the final 10 seconds.
A back blocking call issued to sleeper right towards the end.
And that's time.
Sleeper did have 3 points left on the floor. Waiting for this one to become official. But it does appear that the Skateful Dead have another game in them tonight. That'll be at 8 o'clock against Larakai. And it's in the books. Your final scores. Skateful Dead 80, Death Trap Dolls 48.
Great game.
Let's hear it first